Okay, so let's get started with the adventure map. Remember that we've received 3 silver as a party, and also each of the players has 1 heroism. Whenever currency is spent on the world map, each of the players needs to pay 1 point of the currency. So if heroism was the cost for entering a location, for example, which often happens, each of the players needs to discard 1 of those heroism markers. For the purpose of this video, I will keep 1 marker to indicate that each of the heroes has 1 marker. Okay, let's have a look at the area cards. This is our current area. The heroes are located in here. This is a town area, and it includes 4 locations. You can see here that we could enter these locations by paying the resource cost indicated in the corner of the location. So here the resource cost is removing 1 of those secret markers from the card. Trivial quests cost 1 heroism to be discarded by each of the hero, and there's the Stinky Tavern. This is the coin symbol, so heroes need to discard 1 silver if they want to enter this location. The second card is the Ancient Vault. It allows me to access the Trail of the Ancients if I paid 1 time, so removed 1 time from the setting card, and 1 secret from this card, and access this effect, which gives me 3 perils, and a pretty decent loot and 1 heroism to each player. To suffer a peril means to draw a card from the event deck and check the bottom section of the card for the peril effect. In this case, each of the party members will receive an expose marker, which I will explain later. In other words, this is a pretty dangerous location because we need to draw 3 cards and suffer 3 perils in order to get the loot and heroism. Also, if I had 2 heroism, I could access the vault, which gives me a massive loot. Finally, there is a place to sit in this location. Basically, it's a camp effect. Camp's effects allow heroes to level up, as well as they usually regenerate their hit points and remove the exposed markers. The final area is the mountain area. It's supposed to be the most dangerous one. It allows me to visit some locations for loot. However, this location adds exposed markers to each of the players and offers a comfortable camp, which is a pretty good camp effect. However, there is a global effect on this card, which is in play already. So it reads that if this area is not explored, party must suffer 1 peril after they make camp anywhere. So even if they made camp at the Stinky Tavern or a place to sit, they would have to suffer 1 peril because they're stalked by monsters. The term explored refers to the secret markers. If there are no more secret markers on the card, then the card is explored. When the last secret marker is removed from the card, players collect the exploration bonus listed beneath the number. So in this case, if this area is fully explored, players would receive 1 silver. If this area is explored, each of the players would receive a shield. There is no exploration bonus in the Dwarven settlement. So what situation do we have? We are in town. There are some items I could buy. However, I'm not interested in those items at the time. I'm more interested in gaining some gold to level up the heroes. There is a big loot opportunity in the vault. However, I need 2 heroism to access the vault, and I don't think I can earn another one. I think I'm better off spending this 1 heroism on the trivial quest location over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend this marker, so each of the players would spend 1 heroism, and we would perform a loot plus 0. This action doesn't cost time. I'm going to roll for the loot table. I've got a 4, which means I've received a common item. Alright, I've received some grenades. This is a consumable item I can use in battle, and it's a consumable type of item, so I can equip it in any of the 4 equipment slots. I'm going to move it to the party inventory. There's one more useful thing I can do at the Dwarven settlement. I can spend this secret marker to receive 2 shields, which means each of the heroes will receive 2 shields. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to place 2 shields in the shared party inventory. The shield markers represent small equipment and little advantages players have. It can be used as a resource on the world map as well as in battles, because everything I gain here will move over to the next battle, so each hero would start with a shield marker, which allows the heroes to prevent one damage. I think I'm done exploring the Dwarven settlement, so I'm going to spend one time to start a travel to the monster den. I'm just removing one time from the setting card, so now we are down to 7 time before the next battle starts. We are at the monster den. What I'm trying to do at this location is to get rid of those secret markers in order to receive the bonus, exploration bonus, which is 1 silver. I have 2 options to remove the secret markers. First option is the stinky pile, because it costs 1 time and 1 secret marker to access the stinky pile and receive 1 shield, simple loot, and 2 expose markers, which is a negative thing. Another option I have is to start an explore action. An explore action means to remove 1 time marker from the setting card and 1 secret marker from the current area card in order to draw an event card. I am exploring a mountain type of location, so I'm going to draw a mountain event from the event deck. Let's see what I get. Okay, we've encountered a cultist picnic, and this event gives me an option. Either suffer 1 peril, gain 1 silver and loot +2, or do not engage the cultists, I suppose, and gain the same loot but lose 1 heroism. I do not have heroism anyway, so I don't mind picking the second option. So let me roll a loot +2. Okay, I got a 4 again, so that's another common item. Okay, I've received a armor, which is Robes of Doom. Let me place that in the party inventory. 2 more secret markers remain. I suppose I'm going to drop another 2 events. Okay, I've got a loot. This is just a custom loot table. I should roll a d6 and use this table instead of the one on the setting card. A 1, that's just 1 shield. And the second event. Another loot. This time I've got a good chance of receiving a weapon. 2. So that's a common weapon. I'm going to draw common item cards until I receive a weapon. That's the first weapon. The Fight Club. Again, it goes to the party inventory. We will take care of that later. Okay, so now this location is fully explored. Remember that we also spent free time from the setting card in order to explore this location fully. Each of the explore actions costs 1 time. We spent 1 time to travel to Monster Den and free time to explore the location, so we're down to 4 time before the next battle starts. This is of course marked here with the time markers. Okay, let's go back to the map. I've explored this location fully, which means I received the reward 1 silver. The party now has 4 silver. And 4 silver is required to level up a hero, because the cost of a level up equals the number of ability cards the hero currently possesses. So 4 abilities at the start, the first level up is 4 silver. So the current situation is I've spent 4 time and will be able to level up one of the heroes. It's not a terrible situation. I've also received some shields, which will help me during the first round of battle. Also, this effect no longer is in play because this location is fully explored, which means I can freely camp anywhere without suffering the perils. So perhaps you can tell by now that the map is mostly about pacing. Players can actually look and see what new areas will come into play. We will now explore a new area, but from what I see here, I can tell that there will be a town area coming next, and then there will be a wilderness area which is pretty safe, and another town, and the most dangerous areas will come at the end of the game. Let's venture forth into a new area. I need to follow a few steps in order to travel to a new area. First, I need to discard the leftmost card. It leaves play and will never return. Now I need to move the current locations and draw the topmost area card. Move the hero marker to the new location. Now I need to suffer a peril for the travel. Draw a peril from the wilderness events, because towns and wilderness use the wilderness events deck. Okay, the peril is an expose +1. Each of the heroes will receive an expose marker. I will just mark it with one marker here in the shared inventory. And finally I need to draw an event card for the current location, which is a stable job. I can choose 1 silver, heroism -1, I don't have any so it doesn't bother me, or I could just gain 1 heroism, which I think I'm going to just pick the silver. Okay, this concludes traveling to a new location, however I should place 1 secret marker in the new location. Also, there's a shop in this location which I should populate with items. So there are 2 common artifact items in this shop. I'm going to draw common items until I receive 2 artifacts. Here we go. There's the second one, another grenade. Heroes may buy those items at the shop, which doesn't cost anything to enter, so pretty much they can just buy them. And also shop players can always sell items at shops. However, the items are sold at a loss. 2 common items cost 1 silver and 1 epic item costs 1 silver when sold. Let me use the scrying or blockation, which allows me to reveal top cards from up to 2 decks. So I'm going to spend the secret marker from this card. No exploration bonus, however I can reveal 2 cards, and I'm interested in revealing the next enemy we're going to face, so the next encounter card. So you may remember that this is the encounter deck. I'm going to reveal the top card, and now I know that I'm going to face Beasts of Doom for my next battle. However, if I've drawn a card, enemy card, that said that there are several enemies and here instead of a few strong ones, I might consider different level upping options during my level ups. Basically, I've revealed the enemy card in order to properly develop my characters. I can reveal another card from this effect, so for the sake of this video I'm going to reveal the next area card, the Dark Forest. I consider this a decent area to end the first adventure before the next battle starts, because there is a camp opportunity here, so even if I took some damage before the battle I can rest here and pretty much regenerate. Also, it is a wilderness area, so my searches are improved by the current setting card. You know, if I had loot rolls here, I would receive +1 to those rolls. Also, there is a very interesting option here to pay 3 silver to draw an ability card for one of the heroes. By default, the level upping costs 4 silver and it gets more expensive further down the road. So I might consider paying 3 silver for a random card. Let's travel to the Dark Forest. So again, I'm discarding this Ancient Vault card. I haven't really exploited it, so it could be a bad move, but well, here we go. Moving everything. And the Dark Forest comes into play. The heroes are moved to this new position. I'm going to place 3 secret markers on the card. I am spending 1 time from the setting card. And now I need to suffer 1 peril and draw an event from the Wilderness deck. So here we go. The peril. I apologize for the red border, it's a print error. Every exposed hero suffers -1 HP, which basically means I'm taking 1 damage because I am exposed. Both of the heroes have an expose marker, so they are exposed, and that means that this event affects them and they both lose 1 HP. They could decide to discard their shield markers in order to prevent the damage, and that's exactly what they're doing. This 1 marker represents 1 marker for each of the heroes, so I'm discarding this 1 marker and preventing the damage done. Now we will be drawing an event, which is usually a good thing. Okay, we've got a loot, so let me roll. and I've got a 5. Remember that we've got a +1 for the loot in the wilderness, in which case this is a 6, and 6 is 2 silver. The back of the silver coins is a golden coin, it represents 3 silver. Okay, our travel to a location is complete. We've got 2 time left. In order to level up the heroes, I need to make a camp, and there's also this other option which allows me to draw a random card. I think I'm going to use both of those options. I've got 2 time left, so 1 time will be spent on the Elder Tree. I will draw an ability card for 3 silver, and I will also make a camp which will remove my exposed markers. I will suffer a peril after that, but maybe it won't be so bad. And during that camp I can level up the second hero paying 4 gold. Sorry, silver. Okay, so let's use the Elder Tree. I'm going to spend 1 time from the setting card. I'm down to 1 time, and now I'm going to spend 2 secret markers from this card. Now I can use the effect, pay 3 silver, in order to draw a random ability card for one of the heroes. So basically it's a level upping of a hero with 1 random card. Let's say I'm going to level up the Paladin. So I'm going to draw 1 ability card for him. Okay, let's go. Bloodlust. I think it's a very decent ability for the Paladin because the Paladin has a melee attack, and this ability improves that melee attack. We will discuss abilities later when the battle starts. Alright, I've got 1 time left, so the only thing left to do is to make a camp here and level up the mage. We're making camp, which means we're receiving 3 hit points, but we're at full hit points, so it doesn't matter. We lose 3 exposed markers. We have 1, so that's a good thing. We're going to lose this one. However, we're going to draw a peril, because it's dangerous to sleep in the dark forest. Here is the Wilderness event dex again. We're looking for the peril section. And there it is. Every exposed hero suffers HP -1. So we're not exposed anymore, so it doesn't affect us. That was a very successful camp. Now we can level up the mage. We're paying our remaining 4 silver. And let's see what we get. Parry, Fan of Knives, and Intercept. Basically this is a defensive ability. When used, it gives the hero who parried heroism, which actually increases the damage of a hero. It's a decent ability for the mage who doesn't have any defensive abilities by default. The Fan of Knives is more of an area attack which may affect several targets, and like I said before, I now know that my enemies are not many, so this is not such a good option for the next battle. And finally there's this move ability, which is sort of aggressive ability suited more for melee characters. Not a very good option for the mage, unless he's planning to pick up a sword later on. Let's choose the parry for the mage. He's going to receive this ability. And this concludes the adventure section. Now we're going to draw the next battle card, which we know that this is the Beasts of Doom battle. And in the next video I'm going to show you how to set up the battle and how the battles plays out.